From Careco TV, one of the longest-running outdoor programs on television today. Exploring the country and the coast in search of adventure. From the mountains of the Great Northwest to the shores of the Atlantic Ocean, this is Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin. Welcome to Indian Head Ranch in far west Texas. We're here for the annual IHEA Heritage Hunt. This event is put together by the publishers of the Hunter's Handbook and is hosted by the Indian Head Ranch.
We've got 10,000 acres here in Del Rio, Texas, that we specialize in exotic animals and also our native species of whitetail and turkeys. This weekend is a hunt we look forward to every year. It's the IHEA Heritage Hunt.
We choose 3 students, we bring along a guardian with them, and then we choose 2 instructors to just come out and experience this.
I got to tell you, I got the call from Brian months ago and absolutely felt that this was a hoax. I told Brian repeatedly that I was not giving him a credit card number for any kind of money, and he was like, Joe, let me run it by you one more time.
It's one of those deals you don't believe when you first hear it. You question it all the way through. Once we figured out that he'd really wanted it, it was very exciting.
I would love it if everybody would fill their card out and just get it sent in, because this is the most memorable trip you could ever have.
Is this our car?
It's our car, Dieter.
Awesome.
You get front and center.
Awesome.
Hunts on the Indian Head Ranch are done safari style. The hunters and guides have a lot of ground to cover, and this is the only way to see it all.
We hunt a little different than the average ranch in Texas. We try to keep it more of an African style safari. We do a lot of driving and glassing, and then after we find what we're after, then we get out and make a stalk on it. So it's kind of a fun way to hunt, and it's a little bit of change from sitting in a deer stand. So.
We have about 4 or 5 oryx off to the right. We're gonna go see if there's any management in there. We'll see if we can make a stop. Cool. What we're hunting here on this dream hunt is management, oryx, addax, and fallow deer. And any other managements we see, we could do black buck or something like that. Mostly oryx and addax. And what we're looking for is something with a small defect, just a small, not an issue, but a change, that we would like to get them out the herd just to breed a more pure herd of oryx or addax. So this is what I like to tell people. The typical ones look like this. What we were looking for is some that were laid back more like that. That's what our goal was to shoot. I see at least 4 or 5. Okay. The 2 up top are not shooters.
As I saw a calf
Yeah.
or something.
2 young ones, no shooters, so.
Okay.
Some good spot. I'm sorry, I threw y'all.
Back to the truck, Cole and Amy continue their search. Learn more about the International Hunters Education Association at ihea-usa.org. Well, coming up, we've got more from the hunt at Indian Head Ranch, and later we'll check in with Bass Pro Brent Chapman. Now, whether you're on the hunt or out for a hike, Garmin offers a complete line of handheld GPS units to get you there and back. Check them out online at garmin.com. We'll be back with more from Americana Outdoors.
You just want to fish, not mess around with buttons and settings and such. That's why they made every Garmin Echo fish finder easy to use. You see fish, you catch fish, easy. Fight fish, not your fish finder. Get the unsurpassed power, clarity, and dependability of a Garmin Echo fish finder.
From saltwater to fresh, redfish to bass, there's a look, feel, and legacy with no equal. Packed with features, it's your license to lead. Experience the legendary performance of the Ranger Bass, multi-species, and saltwater models. Driven with the power of Yamaha, these machines are built to excel. Ranger boats. One goal, one standard, one passion. Perfection. Yamaha Outboard. Reliability starts here.
It's 200 streamlined horsepower of Yamaha forward thinking. The all-new F200 inline four-stroke. Whether you're an offshore angler, pontoon cruiser, bay boater, or walleye hunter, the responsive and fuel-efficient F200 combines amazing power and versatility in one incredibly compact and lightweight package. The all-new F200. Legendary Yamaha reliability and the freedom of forward thinking.
Americana Outdoors is presented to you by Garmin. Follow the leader. By Cabela's. It's in your nature. And by Ranger Boats. Still building legends one at a time. Welcome back to Americana Outdoors from the Indian Head Ranch. This all-expenses-paid adventure began yesterday for 5 lucky hunters who flew in from across the country for a 2-day hunt on a well-managed 10,000-acre ranch. For many, this would be the hunt of a lifetime.
I really enjoy this weekend just because you get to see all the smiles and everybody's here is just flabbergasted that they won a trip, and then actually to be able to come out and see some of these cool animals and actually hunt them, and it may be an opportunity that they never get in their lives.
Our main objective is to promote safe and responsible hunting.
Just like any other gun range I've ever been to, guys, if y'all will, let's keep all the guns where we can see the actions open on them, so everybody knows that they're unloaded and all pointed down range. And want to make sure everybody's got ear protection on when we start shooting. And our shooters, we want to make sure we've got either some type of good sunglasses or we've got some safety glasses over there.
After settling in, everybody met at the gun range. For the students, this is a good time to refresh what they've learned. For the instructors, well, it gives them a chance to see how their efforts are helping the next generation of hunters.
Well, I have been a hunter safety instructor, hunter education instructor in the state of Georgia for the past 10 years. I serve on the board of directors for the IHEA. And it's been a passion of mine to try and do my best. I've got 3 teenage boys, and I've gotten them involved in the outdoors, in hunting and the shooting sports, and I've really had a drive to not only bring them forward, but to really push to drive other kids to get involved. There's so many distractions today, it's really tough to keep this going, and it's just so important to try and make sure that other kids have these same opportunities that we had as we grew up.
I came down with my dad, hoping to come have a fun time and see amazing animals, and we went out hunting and we got this, an awesome animal.
I think it's cool. We got to see probably 5 or 6 different species at least. So it's been neat. And I was not expecting to shoot a fallow deer, so me and my dad are both really excited. He's always wanted one, so.
Back in the field, we'll rejoin Cole and Amy. They've caught up with another small herd of oryx, and Amy is trying to determine whether any of the animals warrant a chase. Well, with the herd moving in and out of the thick brush, Amy can't get a good look, but she suspects 1 or 2 of them may fit the management category they're looking for. They need to get in closer for a better look.
He was.
We're gonna see if he went over that ridge. I think the smaller one in front of him is a shooter, so we're gonna check.
We had a lot of spooky oryx. It was kind of a challenge. We finally came around the corner about 250 yards on a big group of oryx with 2 shooters. So what we did, we snuck up to about 150. We were just kind of glassing him, picking him out, and by the time we got ready to shoot, he had a very small window of time. So it was a high pressure shot. I was telling him, you have to shoot now. You can do it. You gotta do it now. He's hit, he's hit, he's hit.
just laid.
He ran off to the right. We think he goes down about 40 yards under a tree.
I guess let's start hiking that way, see what we find.
Yeah.
We went over there and we realized he wasn't in that little clump of bushes.
This last blood.
That's blood's on that rock.
He was...
Blood right here, right here. Here we go. Oryx are incredibly resilient animals. They come out of Sudan. They're used to, you know, the desert. Very, very tough animals. For as gentle as they look, they're really mean fighters when it comes to living. What should have maybe killed a whitetail or something is kind of like a brush for an oryx. Typically, you think they would take the path of least resistance, you know, downhill, but that sucker went up, down. He would do a 90-degree turn. So she probably ran about 5 miles, I would say. All right, very nice, very nice.
Awesome.
You are done. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you. Probably getting to harvest the animal was the favorite part of the entire experience. But I've had a big time and I've got to meet a lot of good people and I've made a whole lot of new friends and it's been an excellent, excellent trip.
This is a great oryx, great management oryx. It was just exactly what we were looking for. Bent over just a little bit and he really gave us a challenge of a hunt. And Cole was a pleasure to work with. He really put in effort. And for a big boy, he's awfully quiet. So Daddy taught him well.
Very proud of him. It's been an experience that we'll all have together for the rest of our life, and we've really enjoyed it. It's something I know he will talk about forever.
A special thanks to Darren Carr and the folks at the Indian Head Ranch. For hunting information, look them up at IndianHeadRanch.com. They offer hunts for both native and introduced species in a variety of packages. And to learn more about the International Hunters Education Association, you can find them at IHEA-USA.org. Well, coming up, we're shifting gears and heading to the lake, where we'll catch up with Bass Pro Brent Chapman. Visit AmericanaOutdoors.com and register to win. We've got gear from our sponsors and we're giving it all away. We're also giving away fishing trips and hunts of a lifetime. Check out AmericanaOutdoors.com for all the details and deadlines.
Since 1996, Frog Togs outerwear have kept outdoorsmen warm and dry, even in the worst of conditions. Now, Frog Togs have expanded beyond hunting and fishing markets and revolutionized the industry with their patented fabric system. Frog Togs are extremely lightweight and portable. They pack easily in your car, boat, RV, and even on your motorcycle. Best of all, Frog Togs are 100% waterproof and windproof, and yet extremely breathable. Check us out online at frogtogs.com. Frog Togs, stop the rain.
Whether your battleground is at sea, offshore, or on the flats, arm yourself to the teeth with Laser Trocar, the first surgically sharpened hook in the world with faster penetration, unmatched holding power. Forged in America from ultra-high carbon steel, featuring the deadly three-sided Trocar point. Laser Trocar hooks bring big-time stopping power to big game fishing. Rule the ocean with Laser Trocar.
Julie Golaski, Smith & Wesson Consumer Program Manager and World Champion Shooter.
Joe Zanetti, Smith & Wesson Finishing Specialist and lifelong hunter.
Jim Dalton, Smith & Wesson Master Gunsmith. I shoot competitively, and so does my son.
Our people, our products, our passion. Smith & Wesson.
Livingston Lures, an exclusive combination of swim action, vibration, sound, and flash. Endorsed and used by Bassmaster Elite Series anglers like Randy Howell.
Woo! Giant fast for Randy Howell.
Jeff Creek.
Give me some love for Jeff Creek.
And Brent Chapman.
2012 Bassmaster Angler of the Year, Brent Chapman.
Woo! See Livingston Lures at every Bassmaster event in 2013. Visit us at livingstonlures.com.
This portion of Americana Outdoors is brought to you in part by Do All Outdoors, field-tested and guide-rated gear for the outdoors. By Smith & Wesson. And by the SCI Foundation, First for Wildlife. Welcome back to Americana Outdoors. It's not often when we get the opportunity to learn from the best. So when we found out that Brent Chapman, the 2012 Bassmaster Angler of the Year, would be passing through, well, we jumped at the chance to join him on the water.
When you come to a new body of water, you've never seen it, your mind's going a million miles an hour, and you start, I think ultimately you think of, what I want to do if I'm in the perfect world and the fish are biting like I hope they're going to be. So, I want to pull out a big flipping rod with 20-pound line and just start flipping, and you hope they bite it on the initial fall and things are great. And well, it didn't really play out that way. I mean, we had to get in there, and after I did that for 10 or 15 minutes and hadn't had a bite, you start thinking, different options and ideas, and that's what I did. I just started thinking and tried to figure out what other alternatives I could get away with.
So this is the best rig for this time of year, huh?
Yeah, I mean, day in and day out, just to catch fish, it's hard to beat, what they call the stick worms. This is a little 1/8 ounce laser sharp tungsten sinker and a little 3/0 trocar hook here. What's neat about these, when you tear them up Texas style, you can hook them in the center and rig them wacky style. So they'll work both ways, but Texas rig day in and day out is really hard to beat. There's a bite. About time.
Nice. There we go. Good work.
There are some fish in here.
Look at that.
And I at least know how to catch some. Yeah, I mean, that was not an easy bite.
Mm-hmm.
It literally felt like maybe a fish down there spawning. I just kind of dropped it down there and just started shaking it. Feisty one, though.
Talked him into it.
That never gets old.
I know. It's the funnest thing in the world.
Not a giant, but probably 2 3/4.
First fish of the day.
Yeah. Trocar did the job right through
Man,
the top.
all the way through. Look at that.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. When you want to hook one, that's where you want them, in the top of that head, and I mean, it did the job.
It came all the way through.
And there's a perfect example. A lot of people don't realize this about a hook, though. But see how I'm really having to work to get that back out?
Mm-hmm.
This is great. You want that good point on there, but people kind of forget about the barbs.
Right.
See that? I mean, that barb is what keeps them from throwing it. And when I got to get and really work that thing out of there, then the hook has definitely sold me there. But pretty fish.
Yes, it is.
Now it's your
The
turn.
stick bait is a really versatile lure. It's great for when the fish are active, and it also works when they want a slow presentation. But it doesn't matter which brand you buy. After 3 or 4 fish, the soft plastic begins to tear. The solution is to re-rig those same lures wacky style.
But instead of, just rigging it, hooking it through the egg sac, what I'm going to do is take this cool little tool here, though, and you can see these little rubber O-rings.
Mm-hmm.
You slide that up in there like that, and then you take this rubber O-ring and roll it down here, right on the edge of that egg sac there, and you put that O-ring on there.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of, you catch one fish and this thing tears, if I hook it through that O-ring, like so,
right,
the bait won't tear now.
Just adds a lot more reinforcement to
Yeah,
the bait.
so you can catch several fish on it.
Right.
So we'll see what this does.
Nice.
But I don't know if I need any weight on that or not. Oh, that sinks pretty good. It's not, like I said, this technique here is not not something you typically see Brent Chapman doing, but you might remember I won that tournament at Louisville last year, and that final day I caught one on a wacky one. And there's one thing about Texas is the fish love wacky worms here, and You know, this is essentially that wacky style. Look at that very first cast. Nice. How about that? So I mean, it just that's unreal.
Perfect.
So
those are fun to fish. Those wacky worms are fun to fish.
Unbelievable. So I mean, that just shows you right there. I mean, here these fish are here, but you know, obviously they probably see a tremendous amount of Texas rigs and stuff through here. And we've caught some fish on it.
Yep.
But here we throw on something a little bit more realistic looking, and we catch one. You know, some people, you know, a lot of times they're afraid of those little tiny hooks like that.
Yep.
But you can see it did the job, hooked him good right in the side of the mouth.
Yeah.
And another nice one.
Ready to roll.
Coming up, we've got more with Brent Chapman and Chris Russell. Laser Trocar's surgically sharpened technology offer the sharpest hooks on the market. Check out their complete line of tackle online at lasertrocar.com. We'll be right back with more from Americana Outdoors.
Hey, if you're planting seeds for food plots, gardens, or grass, you got to use Delta Ag Seed Coat.
Just 1 4-ounce scoop or a packet like this can do up to 50 pounds of seed.
Sprinkle the powder over the seed, stir it in, and plant your crop.
That's all it is to it. You'll get more plants out of the ground quicker with better roots.
This means more drought resistance, more nutrient uptake, and the result, healthier plants.
Farmers have used it for years. Give your plants a great start with Seed Coat from Delta Ag.
The world's best fishing line is now available in the United States.
That's a toad.
Sunline Super Fluorocarbon, with strength to guarantee your confidence. At Amphibia, we've resolved to build a product that nobody else offers, using methods that nobody else is using, optimized for life on water and land. The choice of top bass fishing pros. Amphibia frames are designed to fit comfortably no matter how your face is shaped, to stay firmly in place through your most physical activities and to float in water. Amphibia sunglasses are truly designed for life on the water. The world's best fishing line is now available in the United States. Sunline FX2, the strongest braid available.
This braid, I'll absolutely love it.
This portion of Americana Outdoors is brought to you in part by Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here. By Boat US, the Boat Owners Association of the United States. And by Amphibia, performance floating eye gear. Welcome back to Americana Outdoors. We're on the water with the 2012 Bassmaster Angler of the Year, Brent Chapman. Now, after catching fish shallow, Brent decided to change it up a bit.
We'd fished around the timber and all that, and that was good. But you know, the big thing is when I come to a new body of water, I always want to see what other options are. And when you see a big old long line of riprap in a lake that doesn't have a tremendous amount of cover, you know, there's always fish around the rocks, and to get up there where some wind's blowing, I mean, I get excited when I see that. You know, we started going down that bank, and you know, I had Chris stick with the wacky worm, of course, you know, just because it's always good on that stuff, and I figured I'd pick up a crankbait. Picked up a Livingston Dive Master 14, and you know, just something that could kind of cover, you know, a good portion of the depth there and work those rocks good. Started going down the bank and caught several fairly quick. Probably the smallest fish of the day, but he'd probably the best bite, you know.
He hit it with everything he had, didn't he?
That was fun catching some on plastics, but they bite it a lot better on a crankbait.
Which bait's that on?
On the Livingston Dive Master.
Oh yeah.
The Dive Master 14. So get them woke up there.
Shake it up.
And the good thing about a crankbait is when you're going down a long stretch of just riprap, I mean, you got to cover a lot of water. So it's really a bait that I can make a lot of casts with and literally cover a lot of that water going down that riprap. So it makes you really efficient, and you know, it's a good way to catch big ones.
Nothing like a northeast wind to get things going though. The day after a cold front, there's one though. Right.
Crankbait bite. Catching them off a little deeper, I think, than I'm running.
Yeah, those are right here where this wind's really blowing up here. That's how you like him to get the treble hook. One in the top lip and one in the bottom lip.
Yeah, he's not letting go of that, is he?
I'm a stickler for having the right trebles for a bait. And doing what I do for a living, I have to put every fish I possibly can in the boat, and I need to give myself every opportunity. So I need to use a hook that I've got the utmost confidence in. So I'm always changing trebles, and with the Trocar trebles now, I mean, they've even got them in those off sizes and everything. So I mean, there's literally a treble for every application that you could possibly need.
That feels like a better one. Oh yeah.
Whoa. It's got a little size
that
to
one's
it.
Loaded up a little more like they're supposed to. He's gonna jump. Oh.
Yeah, that's a good one. Nice.
Man, that's how you like them to. That was fun.
It's a good one,
Brent.
Brent.
Jump again.
Yep. Nice.
Wow. This is where in a tournament you're about to have a heart attack. Looks like what I would need for falcon. Oh, look at that one hook. On the Livingston. Oh, come here. Look at that.
Nice.
How about that for a Texas pig?
That's the one.
If you'd like to see more from this fishing trip with Brent and Chris, or if you're looking for some great tackle tips on using laser trocar, then head to AmericanaOutdoors.com and click on the fishing videos. We've got a wealth of information available for you. To find out more on the full lineup of laser trocar hooks and Livingston crankbaits, look them up online. You can also find their links at AmericanaOutdoors.com. Americana Outdoors is a Careco TV production. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.